So I need to be better about like getting on the camera when things are actually happening. I used to be so good at it and life is just getting away from me. So, you know, like when I was pregnant, oh, I was so good at it. And when I was going through IVF, I was really good at it, but it's just, this is just, anyway. So, Lupron, right? Plan was, I'm not gonna lie, a little part of me is like, are things going wrong because we're not supposed to be doing this right now? I literally am just like, why, what is happening? Anyway, so the plan was to go on Lupron. Whether or not we were gonna change clinics, if we were gonna go to a different clinic or if we were gonna go to the current clinic that we're at, just depending on insurance and all that, right? So we were just gonna go on Lupron, the 3-month dose, and then move forward from there. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, you need to go watch my last video. It's very thorough in the whole process that's coming up. Anyway, so my nurse, she was totally okay with, yep, we're gonna submit for the Lupron, whether or not you stay with us for an IVF, or stay with us for an FET, or whether you go to a different clinic for an IVF, which is awesome because I would so much rather work through my current clinic for as long as I can, because they know me and they know my history and they know what I need. Not to say that the next clinic won't, but you know, there's just that. Anyway, so she submitted to the insurance company for the Lupron, and then I sent her an email because it'd been like a long time. And I had sent her an email and I said, hey, what's the update? I haven't heard anything from you or from the pharmacy, whatever. And she's like, I need to call them, whatever. So she called the pharmacy, or no, she called the insurance company, my insurance. And she, you know, asked them, hey, what's the holdup on the Lupron? And they said, well, we need a pre-authorization. And she was like, well, that would have been nice if you had told me that. She had no idea that they were waiting on a pre-authorization. So she sent over the pre-authorization, and part of the pre-authorization was letting the insurance company know my history with Lupron. So then, like, I don't even know how much later it was. Not too much longer, maybe, I don't know, less than a week or so. We get a letter from my insurance company saying we have been denied coverage of Lupron. Denied. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Which, by the way, Lucas started saying freaking because I say it so much. But in reference to how I say it when I'm around him, we are currently in the time of being invaded by elm seed bugs, which, if you don't know what that is, be grateful. We're surrounded by elm trees here. Don't ever plant an elm tree. Just in the area that we live, there's a ton. We had one cut down in our yard last year. We only had one, but it has made, we thought it would make a difference in the elm seed bugs. It has made no difference. But anyway, we're in that current time, and every time I see a bug, I say, freaking bug. And I don't even realize this. And Luke has started saying it because they're dead. I mean, I kill them all day long. I mean, a ton. I killed 3 before 8 o'clock this morning. And that's not even beginning to mention the dead ones that I clean up all day long. Anyway, every time I see a bug, I say, freaking bug. And Luke, now he's started saying it every time he sees a bug. Freaking bug. Good thing I don't swear. Not that it would matter because kids don't really know what they're saying anyway, but I think that that's funny that he says that. Anyway, what was I even talking about? So we got denied. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So the nurse called me, or I sent an email to the nurse and I was like, what is going on? And because the denial said, that in the letter, because they tell you why they're denying you. In the letter it said, we're denying you because we will not cover it if you have used Lupron for more than 12 months in your lifetime. Which, lifetime, holy cow. But no, I have not used Lupron for 12 months. I've used it for like 2 or 3. because I've only ever been on it when I was on it before my IVF. So I emailed the nurse and I'm like, what's going on? She calls me and she's like, I have no idea, because they sent her the same letter they sent me. And she's like, I have no idea. She's like, in the pre-authorization, they ask you, in the pre-authorization, they ask the nurse, how long has the patient been on Lupron? Ever. And she tells them, because I was like, where is the insurance company getting their information? And she told them in the last 3 years, she's been on it for 2 months. So I don't know if they read that wrong or what, but she told them in the last 3, because she told me that that's what she said. And I'm like, they must have just read that wrong. I don't know, because there's literally no, I haven't been on it for 12 months. There's just no way, unless, I don't know. My theory about insurance companies, I never had a theory about insurance companies, but now I'm like, I think maybe they just deny you for everything and then they see if you fight it because they don't want to pay. I don't know. If you work for an insurance company, can someone please explain this to me? This is a joke. Anyways, so obviously I was like, so we're appealing this, right? And she's like, yes. So the nurse filled out an appeals form. About a week later, we called the insurance company. They would give us no information, but they made us fill out an appeals form also. And then it was just like silence. And then finally a couple days ago, I got a letter in the mail and I was like on pins and needles because, you know, everything with insurance is snail mail. So Mike told me we're getting a letter from Aetna today. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have said the insurance company. Whatever. We're getting a letter from our insurance company today. So I like ran to the mailbox, opened it up. Our denial has been reversed, or our decision has been reversed. We will cover it. Ho ho! Hallelujah. My nurse told me this shot's like $4,500 or something. I don't know, I haven't looked it up, but like ridiculously expensive. I am not, I mean, I would pay what I have to pay, but oh my gosh. So I sent her an email and I was like, I got a letter saying they're gonna cover it. Let's move forward, push it through, go. Because my appointment with the other clinic is next week. And I really wanted to already have the Lupron in my system because I kind of have, and they might be irrational fears, but I kind of have some fear that the new clinic is not gonna let me just like jump into an IVF because I'm a new patient to them. So, and it really wouldn't be jumping into an IVF because I have to wait till that 3-month Lupron wears off, you know? But to them, it would be kind of jumping into it because they haven't done any testing, any preliminary stuff, any IUIs, they haven't done any of that. But I have, and my other clinic has, and I know exactly what I need. I just need them to do it because my insurance company, right? And I don't even know if the new clinic's gonna accept my insurance. This is all a guess and a hope. So I really wanted that Lupron to be in my system because if I'm on Lupron already, then the new clinic, while yes, they can still deny me, the new clinic kind of loses a little bit of power in how long they take to okay an IVF because I'm already on the Lupron. So I really wanted it to already be in my system. There's a really good chance that is not happening, which is kind of a joke considering we started this process of the Lupron like forever ago, like months. Yeah, it might be like 2 months by the time this is said and done. Like by the time I actually get the Lupron, it may have maybe 2 months from my like follow-up with my doctor. So it's probably not gonna happen, but I am gonna just tell him, like, I told Mike, I said, I'm probably gonna go into this consult with the new clinic, and maybe I've already said this, maybe I said this in my last video, I don't remember. But I think I'm gonna end up going into this kind of know-it-all. And I hate to come across as that person, but I don't wanna waste my time. I don't wanna waste their time. I'm literally only here because my other clinic does not accept my insurance, and I'm literally only doing an IVF because my insurance will cover it. If they do not accept my insurance. The new clinic does not accept my insurance, and I can't find a clinic that will accept my insurance, which would just be a joke, but whatever. I will just go back and do an FET at my normal clinic. That's kind of also part of the reason why I want to be on the Lupron, because the Lupron was going to be part of my FET cycle anyway, and I don't want to delay that and then maybe still end up back there, because then I've delayed my transfer how many months. So I want to get going on the Lupron just so I've kind of secured my spot at my regular clinic, and then kind of explore other options while we're waiting for this Lupron to wear off. It is such a joke. I can't even believe I'm doing this, but I'm like desperate to utilize my insurance if I can. It just, like, how can you have 100% fertility coverage, IVF, FETs, drugs, everything, 100% covered, and not be able to use it? Like, it's such a blessing to have it, and it's so rare, and I have to use it if I can. So anyway, and then I got an email from the nurse, because I had sent an email off to my nurse saying, hey, my insurance company approved it, like, move, let's go, you know? And I got an email today, because I sent an email, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, and I got an email 2 days ago, and I got an email today from another nurse. And she's like, hey, I'm covering your nurse's emails while she's off. I'm like, of course you are. Because my situation is so unique with this idea that, like, hey, you're giving me Lupron, but then I'm leaving and going to a different clinic. My situation is so unique. And she said, so are you doing an FET or an IVF? And I'm just like, where is my nurse? So I just told her FET, because I mean, that's the plan if this other stuff didn't work out. But it's just kind of funny to me that, like, my nurse knows everything that's going on. Maybe she's forgotten because it's been spread out over so many months. I mean, they have lots of patients, right? But my nurse knows everything that's going on, and then I just get some random nurse. Hey, are you doing FET or IVF? I'm not. I just told her FET, so we'll see how this moves forward. I don't know how long my nurse is off for, but anyway, it has been wild. And I can't tell you how many times in my mind I've thought, is this just wrong? Am I just not supposed to be doing this right now? Why is this so hard? This has been so hard, it feels like. When I did IVF with Luke, after we won the grant, well, even before winning the grant, right? Everything we did from the moment we decided to apply for that grant till literally birth, the birth of Luke, was pretty much seamless. There were a couple hiccups here and there, like I took one of my medications wrong, or, you know, whatever. But for the most part, everything was so smooth and just easy that, like, there was no question ever was for me to feel like, oh my gosh, should I be doing this right now? Or, you know, is this God's way of telling me that I should hold off or whatever? Everything was just so smooth. This has been battle after battle after battle. And I keep fighting because I want to do a transfer. I want to do an IVF. I keep fighting. I need to get this done. And I feel that sense of urgency. So I'm hoping that that sense of urgency is God telling me to keep going. But it just has been like brick wall after brick wall after brick wall. So hopefully now everything can start being a little more smooth. If the new clinic doesn't take our insurance, which they won't, they will not really, we won't find out until after we do a consult and after they approve for IVF and send it off to the insurance company. Like, they literally have to send it to the insurance company to be pre-authorized before we'll even know. So I have to get the new clinic, I have to get through the consult, and then I have to get the new clinic to approve me for IVF and send it off to the insurance company before I'll ever even know if it's gonna be covered. So we're just kind of in the waiting game. But my appointment's next week. I'm dreading it. I am dreading it because infertility appointments are not fun anyway. But when you're doing infertility with a new clinic who doesn't know you, and they're going to be asking you questions and telling you things, and you're like, I am so far in this. I don't know. I should be giving them all the information, not them giving me the information. Ooh, I am like the worst patient ever. I know. Anyway. Okay, so that's where we're at. Now we're just waiting for the Lupron. Hopefully everything goes smooth with that from, you know, and that the other nurse can get it submitted, or somebody over at the clinic can get it submitted. And then we'll do another consult next week. So, and I'm turning 35 this week. Don't worry, that's constantly ticking too. Like the idea of doing another IVF, like my clock is ticking, and I know it's ticking, and I think that's part of my urgency too. Like if we're gonna do an IVF, if we're gonna do another IVF, let's do it as soon as possible, because I'm turning 35 this week. Like, anyway. Okay. Rant over.